ULTI.TV.
Dogfight here, playing against Red Terror down the other end. Johnny, what do you think they're going to do for this game?
Well, Dogfight are definitely the quicker of the two teams. A lot younger, a lot more athletically gifted. I think they will definitely try and get quick turns with hustle defense, and then they'll try to work the mismatches, the speed mismatches. Red Terror, on the other hand, are a big team, great throwers. They'll try to hit the end zone high and fast, and try to get guys like Joel and Botka.
Solid play, solid play. I noticed, brilliant hand block there by Sam Ogden.
Oh, but we just saw there with Max Cain that the speed that the black team have is going to really play a factor.
Do you think, how's that going to affect the team tonight?
Well, as long as they've got Joel there, Joel and Morgan combined would really create a problem. But we can see Andy Maddox is on Joel, and he'll do it pretty well. He'll keep him honest most of the time. But I don't think this is a massive loss for them to lose Morgan this week.
Yeah, real games don't start till next week. Right on the line there again.
Great catch by James Conner.
Taken by James Conner. Joel Pillar here with the disc, looking for the big forehand hook. Hard mark on by Andy Maddox. Dumps it back to Dan Clinton. Back to Joel in the middle of the field. Looking deep. Joel backhands it up to... don't remember his name.
Mike Middleton.
Mike Middleton.
Oh, he goes.
Mike Middleton throwing it just out on the line there.
It's a foul call, so it's coming back to...
We've had hard backhand forced by Dogfight here. Mike looking to dump. Maddox getting a hard mark on there. Dumps it off the line. Nice take there by Sam Ogden in the end zone.
So we can see that Joel is going to be a massive focus for the Red Terror team. He'll be one of their main throwers, along with Richard Appleby, who's standing next to him. Joel with a great pull. No, it's going to double helix at the end.
Lands out. Bricked by Sam Kayon down there.
Looks like I would expect them to take it sideline here. It's more than halfway down the field. Watch for Ali McGrath to get in there, popping quite well. He did very well last week against White Knight. Maddox holding onto the disc.
Ooh, throws it away. Strong zone there by Red Terror, forced the Maddox throwaway.
Maddox looks like he's going to chase it down further.
Huck goes up, layout by James Conner there, right on the back of the end zone line. And Maddox is bringing it up. Sam Kayon.
Looking like they're struggling them straight off the bat with the zone Red Terror put on.
Yeah. Tasman Mitchell with that great quick pass up the line there, but Dogfight not being able to enable on it. It's getting shot down straight away again by Red Terror's zone.
Sean Davis has to make them accountable. Run into the end zone.
He does. Dogfight aren't working Red Terror very deep right now. There's not much movement downfield, and a great D there by Mark Botka. And a catch in the end zone there. Quick turnover.
Joel looking to dominate stats straight away. 2 points, 2 assists.
Oh, he's not on my fantasy team. That could be a mistake.
The pull, a little bit safer, but still great back of the end zone pull. Sam to Maddox, straight back to Sam. Little scuba to Fatty. He swings it back to Maddox, swings it straight onto Tasman. Great work. Offensive handling here. Back to Maddox. Holds it, back to Tasman. And to Fatty, good spot by Fatty. Nice fake to Sean. With a bullet, and Ali couldn't get up high enough to catch it. Sam Ogden brings it up to the line. Good mark on a big huck up to Joel. couple people underneath it. And Joel calls a foul on Andy Baddocks. Here it looked like there was contact, but I couldn't tell by how much or who initiated it.
Baddocks has called an uncontested foul, so...
Comes back to Joel.
Disc is in.
He looks to dump it or put it somewhere else. He's dumped it to Bruce. Bruce looks for the hammer option. Max has got a strong hard force on him. Down to Mike Middleton on the sideline. He's looking to dump. Nice handler cut throw to Sam Ogden for the score. And we have another pull. It looks like a roller. Joel Pillar specialty that. Likes to push it down there, make it so it's hard to catch right in the back of the end zone so that they're trapped on the line to start the point. I would expect to see a hard zone here with Joel playing as a wing.
Andy Baddocks, gifted downfield player, fastest man in SA. Great runner, great cutter, great receiver, but playing a handler role, he's only been doing it a little bit recently, trying out a whole bunch of new things. You get a lot of throwaways when you're trying out new things, and that could be to the detriment of dogfight here. Great pickup by Sean Davis.
Sam Kay and lucky scuba to Sean Davis. Too much on that one. Richie with the D to Duncan Wells. One of the older hands of SA Ultimate. Looks for the hammer to James Conner in the back of the end zone. Misses. Ooh. And puts it down.
Ooh.
Looks like he misread it, and then looks like he read it again.
He was jumping for the line there. He thought he was out or right on the line.
Osman runs it up, realizing his zone isn't set. Has to dump it.
Dump back inside their defending end zone. Risky play here. Red hard on him.
Another scuba by Sam Kay, and Baddocks has to lay out for it and is unable to get it. Richie to Botka for the score. That's another big pull by Joel Pillar. Looks like it's going to roll. Sam will try and get to it and stop it. Get the disc moving. Ooh, technically could have been a drop there. I think he had it up in his hands. Red doesn't call him on it. There's no one on him. Nice scuba. Sam's shown that the scuba will work. Oh, nice handler popping by Sam. Ooh, and a disc that goes straight through. Fatty with the save. Oh, and then the drop.
Drop by Max K on there in the end zone. Unlucky. Dan Clinton picking up the disc now.
There we see the rush of the youth team though, looking for the first option when they need to hold on for a little bit longer.
That's a nice clean stack in the middle of the field there by Red Terror.
Joel looking for the huck. Hits Mike Botka coming up the middle. Who hits James Conner with another under. James Conner hits Mike Middleton going under. Mike Middleton shoots it high. Sean catches the disc. Oh, and throws it into the ground.
Unlucky, Sean.
Oh, Mike Middleton just picks it up and scores. Joel Pillar with a nice inside out. Pull back of the end zone again. Sam catches it. Back to Baddocks, back to Sam in the middle of the field. Sam's got nothing coming upfield for him. Dumps it to Ali, puts it to Baddocks. Nice movement. Alex holds on to it for a little bit too long.
Baddocks motioning for some more downfield plays here.
Goes with a high release to Sean Davis.
Again, Red Terror here setting up a strong zone. We're not seeing much downfield movement, allowing that middle of the field to get crowded, and the cutters and poppers don't have anything to work with. Sam very aggressively motioning downfield.
Back to Sam. Sam to Fatty. Fatty to Taz. To Baddocks. Looks downfield, doesn't have anything. High release to Taz. Ali finally gets in the middle of the field, gives it back. This is the first movement we've seen to Fatty. Nice catch by Taz, keeps it alive. Dumps it to Sam. Not to Baddocks, sorry, who puts it to Sam. Puts a nice big one up. Max Cahan catches it in the end zone. Oh. Nice pull by Sam Cahan. Sam Ogden with the disc.
Man defense here by Dogfight.
Goes down the line, but it's thrown away. Sam Cahan able to match. Hard mark by Joel though, hasn't flustered. Puts it back to Fatty. Back to Sam, who Duncan, the old man, gets the D. Nice high disc, James Connor. And another drop by James. Up quickly. Red haven't set. If they can get it going, Baddix holds onto the disc too much. And a foul is called. Sometimes puts his other teammates under pressure because of it. Nice break throw through for Sean. Sean looks to dump it to Tasman. Nice dump. Baddix. Oh, nice hold and throw. Ali. To Sam Cahan, to Max Cahan, sorry. A nice push pass dump to Baddix. Baddix with the
Baddix put the backhand hook up.
Big backhand.
Almost brought down there by Fatty, but
the foul call.
That would not surprise me. James Connor got very aggressive play there to get on the disc. Oh,
Foul
fair
by Fatty, but his good spirit, he's rescinded the call. Sam Ogden brings it up to the line. Fatty on the mark. Looks like a flick mark. Up to Joel. Max Cahan
catches it for the D.
Looks to Ali. Dumps it to Baddix. To Fatty.
Fatty looking for the weapon throw. Duncan Wells putting on that mark nice and hard.
Big flick by Fatty. Is it going to stay in? Nice, beautiful shot to Tasman for the score. I don't have Fatty on. I have Fatty on my Super League team.
So do I.
He's my captain. Okay, Dan Clinton to Bruce. Bruce looks Joel. Bit of a double head fake, big huck up. James Connor again. They're just going to constantly hit. James
brings it down this time
over two shorter players.
And the hug goes up.
Joel with the pull. Sam Cahan to receive. No, it's going to be a brick.
Looks like we've got a strong backhand mark here.
Still a zone. Swings it to Baddix. Holds it onto it. Holds onto it. Nice little pass to Sam Cahan.
Looking very crowded around the disc
over to Fatty, who hits the weapon again. Max Cahan for the score.
Max Cahan takes a disc there over Mark Bodker.
The score was wrong, by the way, before. The score now is 6-3. Yeah, here we go. Baddix with the pull.
Sam Cahan with a pull, I believe.
Oh, Sam Cahan, I apologise. Bruce catches the pull to Sam Ogden in the middle of the field. He puts it up to Joel. Max Cahan's looks like he's going to get there with the defense.
Max Cahan gets the D over Joel Pillow.
So we see the advantage that
Speed has. Even over height there. Joel looking rather mad with himself at the end there. Was there a call?
No, I think they're just fixing the lines.
Ah, that's allowed.
Okay, Sam Ogden looking for Joel in the end zone. Fatty has it. No one's going
looking
deep.
For the weapon. There it goes.
Oh, it's going up. Oh, it's going to come in. It's going to come in. That is a beautiful throw. Great read by Tasman as well.
Absolutely huge. So that looked like it was sailing way out, but just managed to dip back in there at the last second for Tasman's score right on the line. Pull goes up.
Pull goes up with the entire team offside. Symptom of SA Ultimate. Sam Ogden collects the pull to Duncan Wells, back to Sam Ogden. No options, hits Richie under. Richie's with a big pull up to Joel. Baddocks is going to get the D though. No, he's not. Joel's going to save it. With the drop.
Did Baddocks lay out on that? Did Kaon lay out on that?
Kaon, but he didn't get hands to it, but he dropped it, I believe.
Pressure
Sam to Max Kaon. Max not sure what to do with it. He's lost. Sends it back to Tasman. He hits Sean Davis. Ooh, goes one-handed. Dan Clinton picks up the disc. Looks to dump it. No, a foul call by the looks of it. Dan Clinton looks to Joel. Joel puts it up to Butker. Too far. Swings it to Baddocks, who hits Fatty under. Foul called. Fatty with a disc here. The dump to Baddocks. Nice pick up by Baddocks. Joel on the mark. Baddocks looking for something else. Hits Tasman. Nice swing pass. Nice up the field movement to Sean Davis. Fakes, throws some fakes.
Engaged his dump, solid engagement. Dan Clinton comes around for the mark.
Baddocks gets it. Ali gets it to Fatty now. Oh, it's a fast count.
That was a fast count. Most people forget that there is actually a second between 9 and 10. Sammy retracting the call.
Well, no,
because of the turnover.
Because it was a turn, there was a
drop by Duncan Wells there. Tasman backhands it in the end zone, high to Max Kaon.
Nice catch by Max Kaon.
Who takes the point for dogfight.
They kind of collect themselves. Bruce catches a pull, hits Joel in the middle, hits Ogden. Goes back to Joel. Goes back to Bruce. Hits Sam on the nice handler cut. Looks like it's a handler ISO at the moment. For Red Terror, good to see some new tactics being used. Stretching them out. Bruce hits Joel.
Joel looking downfield for the big one.
That'd get it. It's Richie underneath. Hits Bruce again. He's able to hit Joel. Floaty. Mike Middleton downfield. Watch the isolation turn into a vert stack here. Swings it to Ogden. Near D by Fatty. Bruce puts it up. Mike Middleton catches it. I don't know if it's a line call or not.
Looks like dogfight aren't going to call it. Another score for Red Terror, bringing the score to 7-5, I believe.
7-5. And Joel Pillar with the big pull again. Sam Kaon to receive from the chest to Baddocks. Goes, ooh, doesn't hit him back. Hits Fatty. Picking him up. He puts it up high to Max Kaon. Mark Butker looks like he's getting underneath it though. For the D.
Even over the younger, faster players.
Sam Ogden with a fake.
Fatty with the layup bid there to try to get off Sam Ogden.
Ogden, who nice float to Duncan Wells. Duncan Wells hits Joel. Baddocks makes a bid.
Pick gold. Back to Duncan.
Back to Duncan. Oh no, back to Sam. Ogden. Sam Ogden brings it in. The flick force. Maybe a straight up force actually. Joel Pillar receives from Dan Clinton. To flick around to Botka. Gets out, dump back to Dan Clinton. Down.
Dogfight here, being chilly with the disc.
Sam Kane
oh,
wants the disc.
Sam Kane running up to it.
Puts it up. To Fatty with Dan Clinton on him. With an in call.
Out by the looks of it. That was. Oh, he called it in. Right on the line there. Towing the line for that amazing grab. Pull goes up by Sam Kane.
Sam Kane with the pull.
Sammy Ogden to receive it.
Ogden to Bruce. Back to Ogden. It's like no defense so far. Ogden hits the poach of
This
Richie.
is a rather interesting. This will be one of BJ's special tactics here.
James Conner.
You know it's going to be good if BJ's called it, but looks like we've
it might just be
transitioned back to a man now.
No, I think it was just a man from the beginning, just a bit slack to get on.
Ah.
Or it might be a poachy man.
When I looked up from the camera, they had quite a solid line held across the middle of the field. They're great.
Richie Joel catches it.
Caught it. Joel claiming he had it.
Contested down call. Back to
Sammy
Richie.
Ogden. Oh, back to Richie, the throw.
To Richard Appleby. Probably happy to have his throw back. Wasn't the greatest one in the first place. Richie looks for the dump straight away. Dumps it to Bruce. Oh, stumbles unfortunately.
Puts it up anyway.
Puts it up to James Conner. Catches it in the end zone. Beautiful put by Tom Bruce Lee. Fatty with a big pull. Started second half. Red Terror up 8-6. Fatty with a pull. Duncan stops it to Sam Ogden. Swings it across to Dan Clinton. Nice gains there. Hits an open James Conner. Sends it back to Sam Ogden. Goes to Bruce. We'll look to go down the line to Ogden. Nice movement. He'll go down the line to Joel. No, he misses. Mike Middleton now in the middle of the field. Ogden swings it across to Bruce. Looking for Joel. It's James Conner.
Right on the end zone line there.
James Conner with the hammer. Too high. Fatty. Standard pommy zone. Looks a little bit open. Fatty drops the disc. Blames the sun. Joel and Duncan connect for the score.
Unlucky though by Dogfight.
Joel Pillar with a pull. Sam Kane to receive. Moves it up to Baddocks. Baddocks looks to swing it back again. High release to Sam. Dangerous throw. Comes off though. Hits Ali. Able to hit Fatty on the swing. Looking to put it up. Swings it back to Sam Kane. A lot of offensive movement here.
I was going to say Red Terror with that zone and Dogfight playing Savage. They're not seeing a lot of downfield movement here. That last point before half, Dogfight looked like they were on their last legs, and here it looks like we might be seeing the same thing.
Tasman swings it to Baddocks, who gets it across to Sam Kane. High release to Tasman across the field. Baddocks makes the backwards cut. Should have made it downfield. Swings it to Baddocks. Nice swing to Sam Kane. Looks like he's looking to hit that. Hammer swing. Nice swing to Ali. Back to Baddocks. Needs to swing it across to Sam Kane. Another hammer swing.
Dogfight making ground rather slowly here. Baddix puts it across the field again to Sam with the backhand hook.
Decides to go for the risky long one at the last second. Max Cannon isn't able to hold on to it.
Did Mike Botka get a hand to that then?
I don't think he did. I think Max just dropped it. Look for Joel to come in here as a secondary cut. And Clinton looking to dump it. Oh, Fatty with a lay out. Callahan. Fantastic work by Fatty. He obviously realises that I've got him as captain on my fantasy team.
Pull goes up by Andy Baddix.
Andy Baddix with the pull. So it's going to be in.
Sam Ogden to receive.
Catches it. Dan Clinton gets it back. Puts it back to Sam Ogden for a nice ground. Hits Richie. Richie dumps it back to the poached Sam Ogden.
Looks like we've got a straight up force there.
Brucey travels.
Dogfight trying to stop those big upfield hooks. Hart goes up anyway.
Joel hits the big option. Richie boxes Max out perfectly and scores. Great put by Joel. Pull, big outside in. It's gonna land brick. We'll look again to swing it to Baddix. Puts it to Fatty. Puts it to Kane in the middle of the field. Brucey covers him. Swings to Tasman. He's able to get it to Ali. Nice quick movement to Sam Kane. Baddix tries a big one.
Fatty toes the line. Gets the score. Right on the edge there by Baddix. The disc was out, but Fatty just being able to reach it and bring it in. Disc goes up.
Big pull.
To be received here by Bruce.
Looking like it's going to be the pressure straight on.
Lands in. They managed to get it out of the end zone straight to Sammy before the pressure gets on too hard.
Sam's looking just to hit Joel. Connor on the turn. Max Kane gets a D on Richie. Ooh,
foul call. Contested, goes back to the throw.
Calls the disc in. James Connor makes a rookie mistake of just holding the disc. Swings to Richie. Richie puts it up. Looks like Fatty's going to get the D. Fatty with the D. Sam Kane.
Sam Kane looking long, or calls Max under. Baddix looking for the big hook. Hard mark on by Joel Pillar. Might not be able to get it off.
Baddix with the high release.
Throw away.
Tends to hold on to the disc for a little bit too long.
Joel puts it up to James Connor. Will Sam Kane get the D? It goes out anyway. Throw away there by Joel Pillar. Take that, $211. Sam Kane running up to the front of the end zone.
Puts it to Baddix.
Baddix picks up the hook here too.
Great miss read.
Great catch by Sean Davis there.
Mike Middleton gets up a little bit early.
That disc came a lot further back in the end zone than I expected it to.
Baddix makes up. Kane with the pull. Received by Sam Ogden. Catches it. Swings it straight to Dan. Dan hits Bruce. Bruce hits Mark. Back to Bruce.
Max doing a little bit of poaching there.
Joel's just looking to hit the end zone non-stop here. Bruce. Here we go. This is going to be a big one. Ogden.
The key way to shut down Joel here, cutting for the end zone, is to stick with him. A lot of his cuts deep. He goes 4 or 5 steps. If his player's with him, he'll turn under. If his player's not with him, he'll bust for the end zone. Although being up against a shorter team, he might decide to risk it anyway.
To Dan Clinton, who milks it into the end zone for the score and the spike.
Ball goes up by Joel Piller here. Received by Sam Kaon right on the line. Swings it across to Tasman. Tasman looking long. Backhands it across to Sam Kaon again. Bruce hard on the mark. Floaty one. Gets the D there. No mark on Bruce. Oh, Max poaching off a little bit there. Coming in for the flick. Flick goes up to the end zone to Joe, who takes the disc. Time was called just before the start of this point, so it looks like add one. Huck goes up by Joel Piller. Great outside in backhand there to be received by Sam Kaon here in the end zone. Sam Kaon takes his time for a second there. Backhands it to Tasman, almost another run through D there by Richard Appleby. Brings it back around to Sam Kaon. Sam Kaon across to Andy Baddocks here. Zone set up by Red Terror here. Ooh, crash called because of Ali's movement there. Back to Tasman in the middle of the field. Tasman to Fatty. Fatty back to Baddocks up the line. Sean Davis cutting long when the disc was on his side of the field. Really should be cutting in. Tasman back to Baddocks. Baddocks flicks it across the field to Ben Thomas. Thomas with the weapon. Forehand flick goes up. Sean Davis busting along to the end zone. Mike Botka in front of it. Is he going to get it? Mike Botka gets the D. Disc to be picked up by Sammy Ogden. Stack by Red Terror. Joel busting to the end zone. Sammy looks him off. Sam Kaon sticking right on Joel there. Duncan with the disc. Joel busting to the end zone again. Richie, sorry. Puts the huck up to Joel. Coming in. D by Max. Red Terror here calling to set it up. Sam Kaon looking to move the disc quick. Dulls the Tasman in the middle of the field, who swings it across to Andy. Andy backhands through the zone that wasn't, through the wall that wasn't there yet, to Tasman. Tasman back across to Sam Kaon. Sam Kaon puts the huck up to Fatty. Sammy and Fatty. Fatty brings it down out the back. Like the force is going to be backhand force. Forcing to the side of the field they're stacked on, so once they get that break throw, they'll have plenty of space to move it up the field. Sammy Ogden with a disc again. Huck goes up to Mike Botka. Andy Baddocks gets the D. Hard force on by James Connor. Swings it to Taz. Across to Sam. Sam puts up the field to Fatty in the middle. Fatty unleashes the weapon. It's got a bet. Max takes the disc right on the end zone line. Bubbles it to Fatty for the score. Richard Appleby trying to get the run through D there, but Fatty just being that little bit more aggressive man just to box him out. Great work there. Great offense and great defense there by both teams. We've had the black defensive line here called by Sam Kaon, who puts the huck up. Looks to be a man defense. Dogfight. Not getting down quick to put the pressure on Savage. Absolutely on their last legs. They've been running so hard this game. For a young team whose advantage lies on dominance of speed, having only 7 players is a real kick to them, and they've really had to push it out to maintain that advantage this game. Richie stuck with the disc on the sideline, puts it up in front to Sam Ogden. Hard mark on by Fatty. Sammy looking long. Joel cutting to the corner, goes over the top. Oh! Joel gets a hand to it, nearly drops it, but manages to take it in the end zone for the score. That looks like the end of the game here for Dogfight versus Red Terror.